Hello everybody and welcome back to Diecast Driven with your host Matthew Carr. On the turntable today we have another Jeff Gordon number 88 Axalta Chevrolet SS from Hendrick Motorsports. This is the one he raced at the 2016 Cheez-It 355 at the Glen. He started the race in 21st position and ended up finishing in the 14th spot on the lead lap. Didn't lead any laps, but as you can see from this car, this thing was destroyed. He got into the back of, I believe it was Austin Dillon pretty early on into the race, and they did a really good job of fixing the car up, taping it up, and getting him back out on track so that he could eventually work his way back up to a top 15 finish. This particular car was pretty fun to customize as it obviously has a ton of damage from that early race contact, but also with the fuel inlet being on the passenger side of the car since it was at Watkins, Glen, and they do the pit stops backwards. Also being Jeff Gordon's 800th start, it has those little decals under the B-posts, as well as the normal windshield tear-off, grille tape, brake duct opening tape, and for this particular car on the TV panel it had the Lithia Auto Stores, and then on the roof it had the DCH Auto Group decal. So overall this was a pretty fun car to customize. There was a lot going on with it, and it was neat to also get Jeff Gordon's 800th start as a commemorative diecast, as not one was actually made. One other thing is I wanted to give a shout out to my wife. She made all the stickers that go on the cases for these cars. So that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, to get the race sponsor sticker on the case to just kind of give a reminder, also a visual quick reminder of what race these particular cars were run at and the title sponsor for them. The next car we have is another Axalta car that Gordon ran in the next race at the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race at Bristol. Similar paint scheme, obviously. Difference in this one, it has the All Pro on the roof and the TV panel. A lot of tape on the grille and brake duct openings as it was a short track, so cooling for the brakes was very important, obviously. Windshield tear-off tape, windshield tape, and then there was a special decal that all the drivers ran on the A-post of the cars for Brian Clausen, as he had passed away before this race. So again, a pretty similar paint scheme, but different enough that it could be distinguished in my collection. Jeff started this race in 11th. He finished the race in 11th. He didn't lead any laps. It was just kind of a solid Jeff Gordon-esque race at Bristol. Pretty typical for later in his career when he ran at that track. Nothing spectacular, but just was super solid. Kept the car clean, kept it out of trouble, and brought home a solid finish for the team. And one final thing to just wrap this episode up is I want to talk about how cool the Elite diecasts were from back in the day. They had the windshield bracings that were actual metal rods behind the plastic windshield. They had the antennas that were added. They had the actual hood pins, which were standard on the cars back then. But they also had the under hood, under trunk, under roof flap detail with the tethers and the brackets. It just kind of gives the cars a lot cooler of a more realistic look. And it'll be interesting to see Lionel with the premier diecast that they're bringing back this year and how much detail that has. Of course, the price is a lot more. But hopefully you guys stay and watch till next week, because we have something pretty unique in Jeff Gordon's Darlington car that he raced for Dale Jr. So stay tuned. Hope to see you guys next week, and have a good one.